Hey everyone, it's Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today I thought it'd be fun to throw it back to Skyrim and take a look at a quest mod that I never really got a chance to look at. And that mod is the Factions Pit Fighter, which adds a brand new faction into the game, not new to the franchise though, which we'll talk about. So this video is for those of you who maybe haven't checked out this mod yet, but it has been out for quite a while, so if you have and just want to reminisce, leave a like down below. If you haven't, and you have any questions about it, leave a comment down below. With all that said, we're going to take a look at the mod itself, the add-on mod for it, and I'll share my thoughts on the mod along the way. The Faction Pit Fighter mod is essentially adding a brand new faction into Skyrim. So if you're familiar with Oblivion and the Pit Fighter arena in that game, basically that but added into Skyrim. There's actually some cut content from Skyrim that alludes that this may have been something that was going to be added into the game. There was even a hidden arena in Windhelm. So this mod is capitalizing on that and then adding some new arenas and a way to rank up just like you could back in Oblivion. So once you have the mod installed, go ahead and make your way to this district in Windhelm. It's past this eastern entrance over here. So once you see the general store, take a look to your right, and then you should see the door for the faction. Now, if you have a mod that changes Windhelm in any way or adds clutter here, this door might not pop up for you. Once you head down the stairs, you're going to meet Garrick, and he is going to be the one that is going to give you your fights. You're also going to notice here that 1, there's no lip syncing, and 2, all the characters here are fully voiced.
I mostly run errands for Sorolus and take care of maintaining supplies.
I've heard word from a contact back in Hammerfell that a certain individual has crossed the border into Skyrim.
I was competing in the arena since I was a lass. Then they closed. So now I fight whatever Garrick tells us.
I've seen some footage of the characters actually having lip syncing, so I'm not sure if that's a PC, Xbox thing, but just an FYI if you notice it and you think something's wrong. To get started here, you're going to want to talk to this guy. He's the money guy, and once you talk to him, you're going to get your first rank, and then this is going to allow you to start getting fights from Garrick. So whenever you talk to Garrick, he's going to give you a list of places to go and fight. Now with this original mod here, you're only going to have a set number of locations in the vanilla game, and the cool thing here is depending on where you pick, you're actually going to be transported to that location. It's going to be a little area that you can walk around and then you talk to Garrick to start the fight, but it's cool that like in Oblivion you just had the one area where you're fighting in, and here you're actually traveling to different spots. So as a part of this faction, you're just like a traveling band of gladiators. Now the fights themselves are nothing too crazy. It's kind of what you would expect if you were playing Oblivion and playing the arena. The rewards are pretty cool though. It starts off kind of slow with money, but once you start ranking up, the money will increase, but then another fight will open up. When you talk to Garrett, an option to fight a champion will pop up. So these are basically champions of the arena that you can fight and then earn a piece of their gear. Once you beat them and go back, you're going to see this trophy room here, and this will be filled with all of the gear from the champions that you've defeated. You might end up destroying the display though if you take one of the items, just FYI. The other cool touch here that I really liked is that you're going to have these murals on the wall, which are essentially the screenshots of the fights that you just took part in. It's a nice touch to basically keep track of what you've been doing. Now in those early matches, if you want to make a little bit more money, you can go to the other entrance in Windhelm there, and that's going to take you out to where the ships are and the docks, and you're going to talk to this doorman here, and you can actually bet on fights happening in the Windhelm arena. So when you fight in Windhelm, you can actually fight against beasts in the arena. So that's what you're betting on. You can bet on the combatant or the beast. You can bet up to 300 gold here. Just keep track of what you're betting, because I didn't see anywhere where it would actually show on screen. You actually had to open up your inventory to see that you actually won or lost money. So there is a little bit more to this mod as well. So all those other NPCs in the barracks here, you can talk to them. Eventually, once you start doing some matches with Garrick, they are going to want your help. So you can go and do different quests for them to give you something else to do on the side. To throw a little extra variety into the mix, you can download the add-on mod, which is the Travels mod, which does require part of the DLC and the actual Faction Pit Fighter mod itself. You're going to be able to travel to some different spots utilizing the assets from that DLC that you can get to by talking to Garrick. So with the vanilla locations, you're a little limited, but in this, since you have a lot more assets because that DLC is required, you do have some more variety here with where you can fight. The opponents will be randomized, kind of like the original mod, but it's really cool to fight in some of these different areas because in terms of like the visuals, they're pretty different. There's even a Morrowind arena, and while it is kind of hard to see, it is pretty cool.
The Huntsmen are a well-trained team that fight with blades and bows. They're fast and dangerous, but will break easily if caught in close quarters.
When I first downloaded the Faction Pit Fighter mod, I was just using that base mod and didn't add this one yet, just because I wanted to see what the base one had to offer. But I almost wish I did, just because the rank up, once I did install this one, just seemed to go a lot smoother. I had more places to go and fight. The other benefit is some of the gear you would get from defeating champions, you get more here because you're going to these different areas. You do have to fight in all these areas first before the champion fight will actually proc, but some of the weapons that you would get are pretty cool. And extra points for this Elven one that I got, which was actually the last champion I fought, and it's pretty cool looking. So that was my experience with the Faction Pit Fighter mod and its add-on. I'm glad I finally got a chance to take a look at this one, so let me know in the comments down below if you've played it, plan on playing it. Now that we have 3 Bethesda games with mods on Xbox, it's a lot easier to kind of jump around from game to game now, so hopefully you all enjoyed this little excursion to Skyrim. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.